How are you? Well, whew, it's been a busy day. So we had our event, our class today, our last class of the year in person, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. The ladies were great, had a great time, and so I want to share with you a couple things that we made. One little treat box that I made for all the ladies, and I thought we'll use that for our day 8. They are awesome and super easy to make. So that's what we're going to do. And we are going to make one in red. And I just realized, you guys, I forgot the punch and the little treats that we're going to put in it. So hang tight. Let me find the punch that we need. And let me go grab some candies. All right. It's so funny, you guys. I just was sitting here thinking about, oh, I got everything. And I went through it all in my head. Obviously, my brain's not working. Okay, here we go. So this is just a super simple treat box. So all you have to remember, for the most part, is 2 inches and then 5 inches and 6 inches. So here we go. So we're gonna score, this is a piece of 8.5 by 11. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna cut a 2-inch strip that's 11 inches. So 2 inches by 11 inches. So we're just gonna take 2 inches. Now, the width of it can vary depending on what it is you want to put in this little treat container. Okay, so you might find you want to make it a little wider, like 2.5 or 2.25. I'll leave that up to you. Okay, so this is 2 inches. Now we're going to turn it on the 11-inch side, and we are going to score it at 5 inches and 6 inches. So do you guys ever have those, you have like little, I don't want to say, I'm going to move my, but sometimes you have, I did not do that right. Are you serious? Sorry. Okay. Guys, I don't know if it's late or if I just end up getting to this time of day and I just totally mess up. It's just hilarious because I think this happened the other day. All right, I gotta measure this now because obviously it's 5 inches and 6 inches. Yeah. Okay. You know what I did? I didn't measure this one. I did it 5 and 5.5. You guys were probably screaming at the. Okay. So let's do it the way we're supposed to, right? 5 inches and 6 inches. I was like, that looks really short. All right. That is much better. All right. Hello. All right. So 2 inches wide and then 5 and 6 inches in length. So what you're going to do then is you're just going to see that you have 2 score lines, and it kind of makes this little pouch here. All right, now what you're going to do is take any tag topper punch that you have. I think this one is actually on the clearance, in the clearance store. I think it is still there. You could use the one with the snowflakes in the new mini catalog, like the Christmas one. So whatever one you have, you guys, it doesn't have to be, you can make it whatever you want. But this is 2 inches, which is exactly the width here of my my punch. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to punch out on one side, turn it over, and punch out on the other side. Okay, so now what we have is something that looks like this. So we've got our 2 punched out ends and then our 1 inch in the middle. I mean, that simple. Now what we can put in here, this is what I had in the ones we had today at our event. So just 2 little York peppermint patties, but you could do Reese cups, anything you want. Okay, so this doesn't really, you know, you can stick in there, but you'll see for peppermint patties, 2 inches is perfect. All right, now what we're gonna do is we are just gonna take a scrap of designer paper, and let's see, you know what, we'll use this. This will work. And you want that to be 2 inches, all right? So we're gonna take a scrap, and this is obviously 12 inches by 2 inches. You're not gonna need all 12 inches, but you know, if you're not gonna use it for anything else, then this is perfect. So all you're gonna do is you are gonna take your designer paper here, and you are just going to wrap, so line it up straight here, and then you're just going to kind of pinch the edges, wrap it around, and I'm just gonna go back now. I'm gonna kind of just tug on it a little bit, and then I'm just gonna pinch each side, just like that, along the edges. And just make sure I have a nice kind of sturdy connection. Now all I have to do is take my tape runner. Believe it or not, I have my really old Stampin' Up! Snail thing here. And all I'm gonna do is I'm going to add, actually, before I do that, let me cut this, all right, so I know where my end is. So all I'm gonna do is take my snips or my scissors, and I'm just gonna cut right along the edge. So I wanna cut before it gets to the end there. And then all I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive there and some right along the edge there. And I'm just gonna line it up so that it's straight on both ends, hopefully straight on both ends. There we go. And now, and the reason that I don't glue it like directly on was because what you can do with this then is you could conceivably slide it off and slide it back on, which is kind of cool, I thought. Okay, so there we go. And now we're gonna take a piece of ribbon here. Take this bright and shiny ribbon, and I'm just gonna feed it through here. And we're just gonna tie a little bow. Dun, 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 dun. Now you could just tie a knot too if you wanted to. This is a little bit of a thicker ribbon. Awesome. All right, you guys, let's make sure, get that right. All right, there we go. Just make it a little sideways bow there and trim it off, and there you have it. So these cute little treat bags, or you know, party favors, or whatever you wanna call them. But you could put that on someone's. You could decorate it with you know, a stamp, or you could write each person's name on it. Whatever you want to do. But isn't that adorable? I thought that was it's super easy, and you can use like your, you know, like your scraps or whatever. But these, again, great for like the mailman or people that stop by, if you little kids in Sunday school, whatever it might be. So that is day 8, is these cute little treat bags, boxes, whatever you want to call them. All right, so that is it, guys. That's what we have. I'm going to go ahead, because I said we would do 8 and 9. So we are going to remove that. Let's clean up our space. And then we are going to we're going to make a card. All right, so here we are, number 9. By the way, if you guys have not, I realize we're, you know, into the 25 days of Christmas, and you might not need these cool little envelopes, but they are nice. They are. So the next time they have kits on sale, if you didn't get a chance to get one, I absolutely would suggest you maybe consider one, because they're super nice. All right, so we are going to actually make a card with some basic thick white cardstock here. I got to make sure I have Oops, I think this is my thick piece here. Make sure we're at 2 1/4. Go, and then we'll turn it. So you guys will have to tell me if this lighting is good. I'm sitting, I have moved my desk and my workspace. I've kept my workspace, but I've given myself a little bit of a bigger desk, and in the process, I've gone ahead and moved my videos and everything over here as well. So I'm kind of curious, maybe how it's gonna look. Okay, so this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You guys can see it's gonna bend that way. Now what we're gonna do is we are gonna take 1 1/4 off the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna make this a little bit like a fun fold, I guess. All right, so that's what it's gonna look like. And we're gonna actually still use our trimmer. Now what I'm gonna do is pull in some red. That's what I wanted. All right, and we are gonna make these little boxes, and we are gonna make them 1 1/4. Okay, so we're just gonna make 4 boxes, and we're gonna make them 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. So you guys can see I have green. When I was all done today, I was helping my husband. He has this little ball cleaner, anyhow, and he wanted to touch it up with Michigan State green because that's what color it is. And anyhow, needless to say, I didn't wear gloves, and I got it all on my hand. And spray paint does not come out as easily as like wall paint, because I've been painting too in the evenings after work, and like our downstairs, not painting for a living. And anyhow, it's been kind of, I can wash that paint off my hands, but I couldn't wash the green spray paint off, so it doesn't come out quite as easily. All right, so we have 4 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 inch squares. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to take some scraps of this Merry Bold and Bright. So we're gonna find some scraps in here, and that's what we're gonna use to put on these squares here. And you know, actually, I was actually looking, I have some other paper sitting right next to me, and now all of a sudden I'm second guessing myself. I think we'll use, okay, I'm switching. We're gonna use, you know what? I'm not gonna use that. I think we're gonna use this instead. I think I like this better. I think we're gonna use this paper right here. I think I like it a little better. I like these colors better. So yeah, we're gonna use this. And I think I can use some of the colors to complement that I wanted to. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut 4 1 inch by 1 inch squares. And I think we'll stick with, I think we'll be able to use, let's see. Yeah, we'll use those right there. And maybe, what do you think? Maybe, I don't think I like the red. I think we'll do that. I think I like that one better. Okay, so all we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1 inch. By the way, whenever you're cutting paper like this, you probably wouldn't wanna do 1 inch this way, because then you kind of lose all that. So if you cut, you know, at the top first, then you don't kind of waste as much of your paper. So again, we're gonna do 1 inch by 1 inch. So these are little squares, and we only need 4 of them. Okay, use this side. You know, I just realized, okay, we'll do it this way. I just realized, I think I had a 1 inch square over there. Again, that I had already gotten the other side of it. It was like, okay, that's all right. I don't know if I'm just, so are you guys enjoying in Michigan here? We have some beautiful warm weather. It's been quite nice, actually. A little balmy. So that's been very enjoyable, actually. Kind of liking it. And it's December, right? Kind of enjoying it. All right. So there we go. So I think we're done cutting for now. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to actually take some balmy blue. We're going to give it just a little bit of more of a halo effect. So we're going to take our blending brushes for this little Christmas card. Now again, if you were doing, as you guys could see, right, if we're doing mass production of Christmas cards, this would not be the card to make, right? Because it's just a little bit extra. And it's just kind of a different design, kind of fun. But it's not anything, you know, we can use some scraps and, all right. So I want to make sure that I just, because all I really want is just a really light, haze. Just make sure. Not sure I'm getting the, here we go. So you can hopefully start to see like some of that little blue there. So again, nothing too, it's really just to take away, so it's just not this stark white. So let's see here, I think, because a lot of it's going to get not up toward the top here, but that's good. It gives us enough of a little bit of a kind of that balmy blue look, right? All right, so now we're going to grab our liquid glue, and we're going to take these pieces that we have here. Oh, looks like I need to change my cutting blade. All right, so now I'm just going to take these and I'm just going to put them right inside the center of each one of these red squares that we have. Now you could have, if you wanted to as well, you could have made them one, and so our squares were 1 1/4, so you could have made your pieces of paper here 1 1/8 to get less red and more of your designer paper. You could have done that too. So whatever you like. I thought we would make the measurements nice and easy. But I don't know, do you guys find sometimes when you're working with these little pieces, I don't know, it's not hard, but certainly a little more delicate. That one looks a little crooked. I'm not sure who cut that. Who cut that piece? All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take these along our nice little edge that we have here, and we are going to look and see how we want to maybe do this. Okay, so we're going to come up with a little pattern and just see what we like down here. But that's basically what we're going to do. We are going to take all those cute little squares and we're just going to line them up across the bottom of our card. So I'm just going to add some adhesive here. And now I am going to, now you could put these on any way you would like, okay? So you can, when you decide they're going to overlap a little bit, but again, you can decide the amount or the length or anything like that. That's totally your call there. I want them to be a little bit off. I don't want them to look so uniform. You could also use dimensionals to put them on there. There you go. Look at that. So now we have our nice little border. Now we're going to go ahead and punch out our gradient. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of I'm going to use this punch here. I'm going to punch one out in red, and we're going to put that somewhere up here. We're also going to add some of our, excuse me, some of our ribbon, but I'm just looking to see which one I want to use. I kind of like this because it has like the kind of the dots in it. Or we could go with this, which might give it a little bit of shimmer. And I think we'll do that. All right, and then we're gonna need our piece of white. So what I'm actually gonna do is take this and have it go back and forth like that. And then we will put our label over top of it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our tape here and we're gonna run it right down the middle there. And then now we can take this and run it back and forth to get some nice, and we want it to be wide enough, right? So that when we put our greeting on, we can see all that pretty ribbon there. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our piece of white that we're going to use for our sentiments. And we will just take, see if I have a little piece before I cut. Yep, we'll use, oh, there it is. Here we go. All right, so we're going to take this and we'll just add our greeting down here, and then we will go ahead and then punch that out. All right, so I think I am going to go with a different, I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, oh, I don't think, let's see if this is going to fit. Nope, that's going to be, you can see I can lay it right down and see if it's going to fit right there, but that one is not. And let's try, I think this one is too, yep. Okay, so let's move to a different stamp set here and see what we have. Oh, and you know what, guys? We might turn it this way, and then we can use the wishing you a Merry Christmas. So that'll be pretty. All right, so here we go. We'll take this stamp right here, and you guys can see it'll fit nicely right there. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp this. And we will stamp it in, let's see, I think I was going to use Night of Navy, but I actually think we'll just use black. So hold on, let me go grab a Memento. Okay, and we'll just use this one here. All right, here we go. So we'll just ink this right up here. I'm just stamping to make sure I'm getting enough of the ink on there. It looks pretty light. I might need to turn that upside down. So we'll see if I get a good stamp here. Oh, perfect. That will work. Okay, here we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our punch and we are going to punch it out. Now you guys can see that famous little edging there. I made it a little too close, so it's not allowing me to get through there. So I'm just going to take a chunk out because my punch was hitting right up against. So there we go. So now I can actually put it in, line it up, and when I like it, I can go ahead and take that right out. Bring my card back over. And now what we're going to want to do, because we want this to just be offset a little bit, I could do it this way. I'm going to cut it right down the middle, our little hack that we have, right? And we're just going to go ahead and put those right there and add some adhesive on both sides. And then we want it to stick out just a little bit. And we don't want to put it out too much, right? Because if we do, we'll cover up all of our pretty ribbon. And then we're going to go right here. There we go. Now you guys be sure, I am working on some cards for an online launch party for celebration. So I'm super excited about that. There's like so many adorable free things that you can get that I think you guys will really like. So be sure to check that out, as well as if you're on my mailing list, but I'll also announce an event that I am putting together in January. I mean, the event is not in January, but I will tell you guys all about it. I am super excited to share it with you, and hope you guys will take part in it. All right, so here we go. Okay, go. All right. And now we're just going to attach that right to the center of our card here. And there you have it. That is it. It's pretty simple. The other thing you could do is take that blending brush again, if you guys wanted to, and add just a little bit more blue down here, just to give it just a little bit more kind of color. But that's it. So we just use some scraps here, use some pretty sparkly ribbon, and that is it. I probably would add a little bit of bling to this card as well. Like you might want to put a few little rhinestones, which I moved my desk. Let me see if I have anything here. I don't think I brought anything over, but that's okay. So I would probably add, and I'll probably add some and then take a picture and put it on the video on YouTube. But that is it. That is our just our simple little card for day 9. And then for day 8, we have that cute treat box. Again, you guys can make these, nothing. You can put, again, you can put a label on there, whatever. But it doesn't require, if you think about it, it just requires adhesive to fasten this. So you could do a ton of them. And you could put any kind of candy that fits in 2 inches, or you can make it wider. And then it's just punching both ends. So again, super easy, super simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. All right, so tomorrow we will be back with a fun fold card, like one that actually is a little bit more of a fun fold. I have to do one for a card swap, so I thought this is perfect. I will make it part of our video series, and we will be on day 10. Hard to believe that we are now 15 days from Christmas, I guess, or will be. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for joining, and hope you guys have a wonderful evening and a great Sunday tomorrow. And we will see you probably sometime tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, I think. I'll probably record. So I'll either record it and upload it, or I'll be live. I'm not quite sure yet. So, all right, thanks guys. Talk to you later. Bye.